Good morning. It's another fine day in Northwest Tennessee, and I'm Dave, and this is Down the Road We Go. In this upcoming video, what we're going to be doing is going over Season 6. We're going to check it out where we went, what we said, the bloopers we had, if we had any, which I'm sure we do. And anyway, we're just going to take a look back and see what happened with Season 6 as we roll into the mid-season. We're just going to have some modifications to the RV and that sort of stuff, and we'll be taking a few small trips. So come along for the ride as down the road we go and look back at Season 6.
Dave and Shirley, where have you been? Down the road we go again. Trekking their way through the USA, boondocking while docking in the Taipei. While they're standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona, Altoona, Cheyenne, or down in Punta Gorda. And if your RV needs some minor repair, Dave will give you tips down at Camp Sinclair.
Well, we left Camp Sinclair on the 23rd of December, heading west to Arizona. We left that early because we were trying to get past some storms that were coming, and we didn't want to get caught in the snow. So our first stop was a Cherokee Casino off of 40 at Roland, Oklahoma. Great place to stop for the night. They actually have a campground, but we just wanted to boondock the first night, and that's what we did. Well, it was a pretty good night's sleep there at the casino in the parking lot next to the gas station. A few trucks, but not too bad. So we took off to our next stop, which would be the Flying J in Sayre, Oklahoma. So after a great night at the Flying J there in Sayre, they've got a great place to park. It's easy in, easy out, a dump station and fresh water. We headed west down I-40 towards Grants, New Mexico, where we would stay at the Blue Spruce RV Park. Just a little tiny place right off the interstate. Good place to park for the night. Our last stop on the long drive out on I-40 was Zuni RV Campground in Kingman, Arizona. Been here before, really nice place. It's Passport American. I think it was like $25 a night. We stayed 2 nights and decided to look around the area. We're in Zuni Campground in Kingman, Arizona. This is a pretty good sized campground, and the spaces aren't too bad. While we were in Kingman, we decided to go check out a campground we'd never seen before. So we drove over the mountains towards Laughlin and went to the Kathleen boat landing and campground. So check it out. So here's where we turn.
Turn right onto Davis Dam Road.
Turning right on Davis Dam Road. Again, this is the Lake Mead National Recreation Area south. The north is up near Vegas. It says $20 a night, 1 unit per site. Senior access, $10 a night, which is what we've got. So to camp here would be $10 a night. There's water here and there. So we may take that back. This section closed. There's water spigots here and there. We spent 2 days there at the Zuni RV Park in Kingman, Arizona. And while we were there, we went ahead and de-winterized the unit and put some water in the tank and headed off to May Avenue RV Park in Yuma, Arizona. Well, good afternoon from Yuma, Arizona. And you're probably asking yourself, what the heck are they doing in Yuma, Arizona? We have made reservations this year, but we'll be boondocking also. Be boondocking up in Courtside and then someplace else in between encores and different places we've booked at. Well, after staying at May Avenue RV Park in Yuma, we took off to Foothill Village Encore, also in Yuma, out in the foothills. There we were going to meet up with 2 of our friends, Mike and Bernie from Chasing Our Dreams, and Travis and Tracy from Going With The Flow RV Travels. So come along, let's take a ride out there. Whoa, this street out here is really noisy. We'll try to take care of that. But this is the office when you come in. There's only about 170 sites here. While we're in Yuma, we all got together and went down to Los Algodones in Mexico. It's a great place to go if you need glasses, some dental work, or some medications. The next stop was Felicity, which was the center of the world. It's a museum in granite. Everything's carved in granite, all the storyboards and everything. It's really cool. You really need to stop to see that. And while we were out in that area, we also went down to the Buttercup sand dunes and visited there and watched some guys take off in their motorcycles and their 4x4s and having just a good time in the sand dunes. I think the coolest thing we came across in the desert was the Cloud Museum. I don't think I've ever seen so many Model Ts, Model As in my life, and piles of rusty stuff. We just came across it, went ahead and tried it out, and man, it was worth every penny and every second it took to look at the place. I'm here to tell you that it would probably take you 2 or 3 days if you wanted to look at every single item. It was fantastic, right in the middle of the desert in California, on the way out from a date farm back into Yuma. This guy has got some stuff. I think he said he's been collecting for about 30 years. Gosh. We've driven by this but never stopped before, so we thought we'd give it a try this time. Old cars, old wheels, old tractors. I don't see any Kubotas. Gosh. Well, after spending 14 days in Yuma, we all decided, oh, gee, we'd like to do something different instead of being right next to the freeway. So Travis and Tracy took off to Quartzsite and found a great place to boondock, dropped a pin, and we took off for Quartzsite. Now remember, I told you we were going to do different things and not film unless they're different. Well, this is different. We're out on La Posa Road, just north of Quartzsite, and we are boondocking. We have Mike and Bernie of Chasing Our Dreams, Travis and Tracy with Going with the Flow, and of course David and Shirley, which is me. Of course, we're here in our Windsport, so we're all gathered up and we're boondocking, and we're learning a lot about boondocking. And in this video we're going to tell you what we've done wrong and what we're going to do to correct that. It's not us doing it wrong, it's the camper. So we've got more modifications, it looks like, if we want to boondock some more. And we do want to boondock some more. We're having a great time out here. It's a little chilly this morning. It's supposed to be 80 degrees today. And today is the big show, but we're not going down there. But we'll get back to you, and we're going to talk about what we need to do to make our rig boondockable. You know, I can't really tell you how good of a time we had for the first time boondocking with friends in the middle of the desert. We only stayed 4 days, which was kind of like a little long for us and our rig, but we definitely want to make the rig better so we can stay at least a week or week and a half. We really enjoyed it. We need some solar, we need different tanks or bigger tanks or something, but we'll be back boondocking every chance we get. We're going to end this video right here. This is getting a little bit long, and this is about half of last season. So stay tuned next week. We're going to come back with the second half and show you what we did the rest of the season. So thanks for coming along for the ride as down the road we go. We will record the Zuni campground and tell you all about it when we get back. Okay, we're at Foothill Reserve, Village Encore, take one, snap. And of course we're here in our